Let's see how they start off this pistol round. What they're going to buy. On CT side, I definitely favor buying far more nades than kit or than armor, but I expect a really fast strat out of Perfectionvore. I'm sure they're going to be happy starting T side, and a molly on for Vatty. So maybe this is going to be for A plat.
Let's see what they do. Here we go. You're watching CEVO TV. It's map 2 of the Season 5 Pro Placement Tournament between Savage and Pvore. Winner of this match qualifies for the Pro Division. Savage winning map 1. Must win for Perfectionvore to stay alive. And it's looking like they're setting up for a long push. They've got CT smoked off. Valen's coming from... Actually, he's defending up close cat, but already Perfectionvore is taking control of the A site. But look at the molly dropping right on Warpath as he's able to get the plant off.
A 5-man retake out here for Savage. Not actually the worst position that you could be in, but ultimately a really unfavorable one. And suddenly, on a T-sided map, you have CT side going for a retake, which is just the worst position that you can be in. But yeah, and the picks are wow.
Ooh, Perfectionvore. Looking perfect there. After they took the site, they defended that just ridiculously well. It was just a wall of bullets as they came from Cat.
Damn. I think they were pretty confident once they got out long and there was no presence there. That. Whoa.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Sounds like a rainforest in your house. But you have, yeah, once they got out long, I think they were pretty confident that they had a read on what Savage was going to do as they were pulling their nades out. They were walking around. I think they realized that there was going to be a cat push. Ended up sending Kinky there late, and I think it was a good idea by him to fall off as there was a heavy presence there. So good hold. I mean, they just totally stomped them in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I was surprised to see them get up long, so uncontested there, and get into the site and get that plant off so easily. But we'll see how Savage responds here. Warpath and Fabulous both getting pretty much simultaneous kills. Fabulous with the P90 spray down. And it's looking like Edwin, the number 7 man, has the bomb. He's coming through B tons. And actually, they're guessing right, are Savage. The last 2 guys are still at B. Number 1 man, number 4 man, Valens, and Professor Chaos. And that's where the bomb is headed. So they're going to make a stand against 5 guys. This is their chance. Oh.
What?
It was a valiant effort by Valens, but not enough. Perfectionvore sewing it up with the frags. So it's now 2-0 to kick off Dust 2. Best way they could have hoped for it to start.
Damn, those are huge 2 picks though. Really important. That drops like a lot of money there. You know, in a situation where they actually had the right read in the sense that it was an easy read to make because they had dropped 2 players in upper B ton. So instead of going A when you know there's 2 players down B, you just go B, right? But
right.
The thing was that they waited so long that it made enough time for Savage to start second guessing themselves, and then they ended up trying to rotate out and got caught off guard. But the 2 picks happened regardless, so could have been a flawless round. Definitely should have been.
Yeah, it was a nice guess, or I guess not necessarily a guess by Savage, a missed guess by Perfectionvore to go at the last 2 guys over at the B site. Opening frag. Actually, there's 3 guys down. We got Doomor and Professor Chaos already off the board for Savage. Of course, they're still on the save. But Edwin's saving up for that op. Only has the P250, has the bomb in tow, and it's looking like another long push. And already the 3 of Savage have pushed it into middle, trying to find the bomb, trying to find the enemy. But it's too late. They are up long. And that's going to be a tough retake. We've got Hades is sitting on Catwalk. Just kind of spamming Deagle, waiting for his teammates to get there. As the bomb is planted on the center of the A site. Another nice long take by Perfectionvore. And they're smoking off Cat.
Valens shooting his teammate in the head.
Oh, Valens gets himself a kill with a D. Or excuse me, that's Hades. Headshot Warpath. But it's all up to Valens. He's got the CZ. He's down in pit. Kinky is wounded, as is Edwin. This is doable, but looking like he's not actually going to go for it. He doesn't have a kit, so doesn't have a chance of the defuse, and it's going to be 3-0 for Pvore.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not too aware of the health there, but this is a really bad round for that to happen. If this, you know, if you shoot someone in the head on the pistol round, you actually lose money, right? Because you spent all of it. But now, you know, we have Valens with missing $3,000, which means that, I mean, no one's going to be able to drop him unless they FAMAS out, I think. So he's going to be armored pistol here. That's yeah, definitely a big deal.
Yeah, a bit of a miscalculation, I guess, by Savage. And
oh, now we have those bangable dust too, or middle door. So if this isn't smoked, oh, okay, they jumped through it.
Bomb is actually headed towards the B side this time. We've already got one pushed out through mid. Zero, man. Kinky. Actually retreats back through double doors. So a little bit of a feeler there by him. Only takes a little bit of a damage. He's down to 78. And people are staged up basically in lower B tons. And we're seeing Savage kind of key into that as they're starting to push long, but they're not really getting much intel out of it. They're playing passive there. If they actually went through double doors, they realize these guys are all on the opposite side of the map. But Savage playing kind of slow here. Playing passive, waiting for P-Board to make a move. And this is actually looking good as already Dumore is the only man on B side, but gets the frag on the bomb, who's actually the entry man. Using there, and the rest of P-Vor comes in tow. There's 3 of them. There's a second one for Dumore. Another headshot. Can he get a 30? Cannot. Finally put down. And look at the mid. They try to get the rotation in mid, but it looks like Vati was in perfect position to cut that off, and they get the bomb is going to be planted at B site, and it's all up to number 4 man. Professor Chaos with the op. He's probably just going to save here.
Yeah, Dumore doing work would be definitely made it look scary there for Perfectionvore, getting 2, but and delaying for quite a bit. But we saw Valence come out at mid with the 5-7, and we saw why that really costed him, because he wasn't able to trade out in a situation that could have brought it from a 3v2 to 2v2, and favorable position outside mid, outside B for the retake. So that really cost him, I think, that team kill.
Yeah, I agree, and this is pretty much textbook start for Perfectionvore on map 2, which is again Savage's pick. Winning the first gun round, Professor Chaos forced to save with that op. Got to think the rest of his teammates probably will save as well. I don't know if maybe they'll try to force here to try to get something going.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're not going to do so. We're going to stick with Hades on the op. And Perfectionvore building some momentum, trying to force the tiebreaker.
Yeah. So, I mean, there is hope for them to win this round. If the op gets 2 picks, you know what I mean? That's going to make a difference. Also, we got a Deagle out. Misses a flick shot, and Edwin peeks him from the right late at mid, takes him out.
And that is the op, so they've left that in middle. You got to think that they're going to try to pick it up. Oh, Vati shooting through the smoke. That's a second on Valens. Nice. Just brute forcing his way through middle there is Vati. But meanwhile, his teammates have made it up onto the A side, and Warpath is going to get the plant off on A. It's all up to Dumore with that. Oh, the gut shot. The gut shot no scope. Doesn't last long, though, as Kinky headshots him from mid. So it's 5 in a row for P-Board to start off Dust 2.
Yeah, Vadi's sick read, like timing their spray through the smoke, as he just anticipated when the player would try to pick up that op that was dropped right in front of the door, as Haiti tried to pick low there, and so that was important. But yeah, now we have the double op set up again for Perfection, or actually, we have double op set up for Savage, which is totally viable on CT side Dust 2, and they gave up long once again. Let's see how they respond to Perfectionvore with long given up and 2 ops on the board, as we heard them both.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what their thought process is. I'm just kind of letting them do that. I wonder if Savage has actually done a little bit of homework on P-Vor and realized that's a tendency of theirs and set them up for it. I'm not sure. It seems like a serious, calculated move on Savage's part to do that consistently, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I just, and even on the pistol, it's totally viable to do it, but...
This bomb is dropped in middle. The trades are out, and it's all up to Edwin and Vati. So this is actually looking like a good round for Savage, finally, as it's 4-on-2, and 2 of those guys for Savage have ops. The bomb is down in front of Xbox, and Hades piercing. You were talking about the double doors wallbang, and there it is on Vati. So it's all up to Edwin. He's got the op, and he's just going to go for it, it looks like. Try to get himself some kills, even though there's only 30 seconds left, and he does not have the bomb. Take a look at the money. They can buy next round regardless, so he can afford to go for this, but I think he might play a little passive. And he knows there's one over here. It's Valens. The Valens is playing super patient, wait for his teammates to rotate. There's the flash, and here It's looking like Savage is actually going to make a move after the timer is up. They have an idea of where Edwin... There it is. Here they come. Are they going to able to get... Can Edwin stay alive? He cannot. Relics puts him down on the site, and that was just well played by Savage.
Yeah, so the reason that Edwin did go for that with the situation that he was in, as you said, no bomb, was that he wanted to be able to drop the guns on the other team because that would force them to be in a really precarious position in terms of how much money they would have to buy because they only won one round. And also, since they were able to buy next round, he could be a little bit more risky, but I don't think he had any plans to win that round. Ooh. Edwin missing a pretty textbook shot there on Professor Chaos. A little bit faster reaction time, I think.
We're going to see CEVO try to respond to Savage finally getting on the board here as they do pretty well. Vati going big for his team. 2 frags there. And again, they're going long. And it's looking like Savage, I'm not sure what their thinking is to just consistently not necessarily give up long, but not necessarily reinforce it either. Because they've been able to come up and get the plant pretty consistently.
Yeah, I think that what was a little bit more questionable there was the fact that there was no one to stop them on Cat. They actually didn't give up long in the sense that they had 2 players there, but the Cat put... Oh, wow.
This round is not over yet as Hades is going hard. He smokes it, going for the dedicated plant. Warpath is shooting through the smoke, but he's not going to hit him. Defused by Savage. Hades, what a play to win that round. Man.
Wow, huge round.
That just happened, Launders.
That was nuts. Yeah, wow. Okay, so I thought they had no chance to win that round. It was 3v4, so in the number sense, they might have had an opportunity to, but they had the bomb down, they had full control of Cat and Long, and so, oof. No trades coming out of the middle, but yeah, big round by Hades. Yeah, key smoke there, key smoke.
It was the P250 shot at Goose. Self-smoking because he knew the op was at long because they planted for it, and he just went for the yellow diffuse, and Warpath not able to hit the shot. High-pressure shot in a high-pressure moment. But Hades coming up big for his team Savage. And that's a round they needed. You know, they finally got on the board. They've strung 2 in a row now. Let's see if they can maintain that momentum. This is a much slower round for Perfectionvore. Coming up long again, though. This time we've got 2 of Savage in CT spawn. That's Valen's going for the flash, but he's already down to 12 HP. Meanwhile, the bomb is making it up onto the site. Almost. That's the number 7 man, Edwin. Op in hand. Warpath also with an op, combining to eliminate both of the defenders on the A site. He's got to move to the safe spot as Skylar's going for the jumping shot from Elevator. But the bomb is planted. Nate comes in, domes him. And that's going to be a defuse. So 3 rounds in a row for Savage, and they are looking motivated.
Yeah, super sick retake. I thought that Professor Chaos's picks there were going to be in vain, but turns out they weren't. I thought, once again, they got the site. They had the player advantage. They got the entries in a situation where I thought that they weren't going to, and they still managed to lose the round. So they got to be beating themselves up a little bit right now, and they've got some work to do as they're going to be on a bye, but this is going to be their last one in that sense. Well, they could plan and still buy, but
yeah,
they want to win.
Or perhaps seeing the path to the tiebreaker slip away a little bit as they started so exceptionally well. You know, got 5 rounds in a row, but Savage has seemed to have figured them out a little bit. So they've rattled off 3 of their own. So this is a crucial round, round 9 here of map 2. Again, Perfectionvore lost their map pick. Cash, map 1. Savage taking it. They have to win this to force a tiebreaker, otherwise their pro hopes are gone. As we see the entry getting into the B site, that's a nice mid to B. Bomb comes out of tunnels, pretty textbook standard push onto the B site. The number 5 man, Relic Skylar, he is lurking outside a window. He's waiting for his teammate so he can make a push. Bomb does get planted. It looks like it's the default spot. There's Valens in tunnel. It's a 3-on-4 retake. This is potentially doable. But it's looking like Savage is actually deciding to save. What do you think about that call, Anders?
Yeah, well, with Relic super low, it's almost it must feel like a ooh, that's a big deal. Relic's had an op there that he was saving,
and he only has 650 money. That's unfortunate. And they are on the hunt. You take a look at Savage; these guys are not content let these guys run away with their guns. I like seeing that.
Yeah. So that's yeah. So I'd say right now Perfectionvore look much stronger than Savage on Dust 2. Those that one round that they lost, I feel like they should have certainly not lost. And so I'd say that in terms of strategy, they had the round, but in terms of aim, Savage just pulled it out with great individual play from Hades, I think most specifically. But ultimately, Perfectionvore are able to get the bomb down at both sides, are able to nearly close out rounds, and also have a lead. So I think that Perfectionvore, for besides no other reason than maybe the momentum shifting out of their favor, should be able to run away with more rounds here than it seems like they're doing than the score shows.
Yeah, a little bit closer than maybe the play might lead you to believe, as some of the players from Savage is coming up with big time plays when they need them. We discussed that a little bit before this match started, but a slow play here in round 10. We're seeing a setup on Cat. But this time, it's looking like Savage is in good position to contest it. They've got one man pushed up long. Hades gathering a little bit of intel, and Professor Chaos is able to eliminate Edwin as he tries to cross it with the bomb. It's dropped to Warpath, who picks it up. Oh, and he loses his life to Professor Chaos as well. That's 2 in a row. Can he make it a third on Vati? It's just a wagon trained into the A site. They are going to get the plant off. But look at Skylar. He's very close, and he decapitates Vati. So he is on the site, and he's going to go for the yellow defuse. 4, 3, 2, 1. He's got it as his teammate, Professor Chaos. Huge 4K on the round. Defends his teammate, going for the defuse. Very nice round by Savage.
Yeah, we saw Professor Chaos struggling on the first map a little bit, having absolutely no trouble on Dust 2 right now, playing, a really strong op role here, getting extremely important picks, really not missing shots, and so showing that he's, a solid member of the team.
Yeah, perhaps I should have been watching from Chaos's perspective, but Relic's Skylar was up on the site going for the defuse. Huge round by him, and we're seeing a kind of YOLO push from Perfectionvore in the B site. But Relics is in good position. It's smoked off. He's spamming through the smoke, and himself, Dumore, and Professor Chaos combined to eliminate that rush. And another short eco. That's pretty much been the theme of this match so far. Just YOLO rushes on the ecos.
That wasn't an eco.
What?
I feel like they just bought. So, yeah, they
Oh, excuse me.
They just decided to run through smoke.
Did we
I mean, there are calculated rushes through smoke. I think that one was a little bit ill-advised. Like, most situations, I think it would have been smart to turn it around, but they decided to do it anyway. I mean, most of them died like in the smoke, so that's when it's really bad.
Yeah.
I
guess I just assumed that they're running through smoke. It must be a save.
And suddenly falling apart as Vati shooting his own teammate.
I don't know if P-Bore's on full tilt or what, but Savage is putting it on him as they have tied it up now, 6-6.
Yeah, so a kind of an exact replay of the first map where we saw Perfectionvore with a strong early lead, winning the first pistol, winning out to a 5-0, and now on Dust 2 we have Savage after 6 rounds going to Perfectionvore with only 1 going to Savage, 5 rounds in a row back in the way of Savage. So a huge comeback, and again, they end the round. If they end the round without the momentum, I see there's a much better chance for Savage to win the next pistol, and that means that they'll have a much better chance to win the second map as well.
Yeah, and like we said, we kind of felt for them to take this best they do it in 2 maps, and they're looking to do that here on their map pick. Dust 2. They've tied it up after going down 5-0 to start this map. They had a little bit of a back and forth in the subsequent rounds, but the last 2 have been all Savage, as people were finally opting to slow it down. Those 2 YOLO rushes, one which I incorrectly called an eco, was just ill-advised, running through smoke into the B side and paying the price for it. As they're trying to set up to push into A. Bomb is on Cat, and actually looks like it might be a mid to B. Here we go. Dumore, biding his time, eliminates 2 in middle. Make that a third. Dumore going huge. Why are we not watching Dumore? The buttons are not working. The bomb is down in middle, and it is picked up by Vati, and he is quickly eliminated by Relics. So, another just unsuccessful round for P4.
Yeah, I think slowing it down was what they wanted to do, but I guess Dumore just too strong with the mid to B. So I mean, holding that mid to B off with a 3K, that should never happen. But obviously, some really good shooting by a really great aimer. So now Savage pulling ahead of Pivor for the very first time. That's kind of crazy. Hades missing the corner long smoke here, but only one player coming out. So, but generally a save, so not a big deal.
Oh, the opening frag goes to Professor Chaos. It's an op shot on Vati. The bomb set up on Cat again. Warpath and Kinky combining for a frag. There's another one there. It's Professor Chaos, and this was looking like a... Oh my... What? What? What just happened?
Double kill.
I was going to say that was basically a mirror image of what we saw Professor Chaos do a few rounds ago. Just lighting them up from that spot on long.
Yeah,
goodness gracious.
I feel like he should be able to... I mean, that was... yeah. So, 8-6 half means that, well, this is exactly like... Well, actually, Perfectionvore got 9 on Cash.
See, that's the thing. Cash, they had a good half, but now they only managed to have a good half of a half. You know, they go together 5 rounds, and then it's like,
well played.
Well, now what?
Ooh, Professor Chaos spotting Kinky here in lower. But both nades, terrible nades, don't actually do anything. Okay.
Savage is just all over the place, and I really like it. And finally, Vati is able to eliminate Professor Chaos, and that's a big frag for them. They really need to get him off the board. Flashed. They're trying to make it up long. Warpath is there, trying to peek CT spawn, and ooh, kind of an ill-advised peek by the bomb there. Throws a nade. Jumping in front of the op. I'm not sure what people were even thinking here. It's just, they feel, it seems to me like they're almost on tilt right now. They're just kind of, they're rattled. They don't know what they really want to do against Savage because they kind of have them understood, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And here we have the bomb planted Pivor. 2 hops on Warpath and Edwin. It's going to be up to Valens and Relics. Taking a nice split approach. One at Cat, one at Long. Relics trying to draw their fire. Oh, and Valens, that was his opportunity, but he's able to get one against the second. Huge 1v2 clutch by Valens. Going to get to the fuse and make it 9-6 at the half in favor of Savage.
After 6 rounds going to Pivor, I would have never thought that they would drop off that badly. That's pretty bad. I mean, Savage is looking really great. They just done a great job once again coming back. Not only coming back, but taking a lead and also securing a pretty solid half, I think. So starting on CT side, I thought that they were definitely going to end up with a negative score. Ended up with a positive one, and also kind of decent an extra round here. So going into the pistol once again, as I mentioned, they have the momentum, and so they might be set to win the round. Huge round, or set to win the pistol round. Yeah, so huge round by Valens on that last one there.
Yeah, really impressive, and perhaps perfectly calculated by Savage to start off on the CT side, as they're now in the driver's seat at 9-6, starting off on the terrorist side. So you are watching CEVO TV, folks. This is the second half of the second map. Savage up 1 map over Perfectionvore. If they win this map, they will place into the CEVO Pro Division for Season 5. Perfectionvore fighting to force a tiebreaker to keep their hopes alive. The all-important pistol round on the second half of Dust 2. Let's see what happens here, folks, as we're kicking it off. And it's looking like they're heading towards B. Be a split approach, and we're seeing a rush actually from Pivor. 3 of them going long. Guessing wrong as bomb has not come that direction. They've got 2 at B. Bomb is playing slow for Savage, staged up in B tons and opting to go lower. Look at all 5 of them in middle though. Interesting approach from Savage. It's looking like it's a bunch formation. They're going to come straight out middle, but Fatherless decapitates Professor Chaos. They've smoked off CT spawn, trying to make it a mid to B, but they're flash. Kinky coming out and getting 2 from CT spawn through the smoke, and it's up to Hades and Dumore. But the bomb is down in mid, so this is going to be a tough one for Savage and Pivor. Looking like they might... Oh no! Dumore and Hades both getting headshots, and they win it off the frag. Savage saying, who cares if you drop the bomb? We'll just shoot you.
Yeah, Hades with a sick 3K, but I think the most key one was getting into the B site. That made it so that there was really a sandwich there on the CTs outside of B and mid. Huge round there by Savage, pulling it out after it seemed like a really failed mid to B take. Doomore falling off to a good spot, getting also another excellent lurk kill on someone who he anticipated was going to try to follow him in the lower tunnels. And so, yeah, just a great round by Savage.
And it's looking like P-Vor's Pro Division hopes are slipping away as Savage firmly in the driver's seat, winning that all-important pistol round here in the second half. Opted to play it slow, and already they got 2 frags on the board, just playing from distance with those Galils. They're playing the numbers. That's extremely smart play from them, knowing that most likely P-Vor only has the P250s. But Kinky connecting with that headshot on Doomore. Relics is able to eliminate Warpath. He's stuck there at Palm behind the barrels. If these two guys can combine for a kill, no, they are not able to as Relics. He's up to a 3K on the round as already the bomb is planted at B, and it's up to Kinky, last man standing. Eats a touchdown nade from Relics, getting himself the 4K. Nice round by him.
Yeah, so Savage, I mean, just are in the same position as they were, where they this time it was 5-1, and then I think 5-2, and then 6 for P-Vor, and then those 2 retakes, and then Savage running away with it, and now we're at 11-6, meaning that Savage has won 7 rounds in a row, and had
no
the pistol.
signs of slowing down.
No signs of slowing down. P-Vor is on an eco. Man, I'll bet all Savage.
And absolutely, and Hades
Whoa.
getting the wallbang shot on Kinky. Just tried to time that cross as best he could, but Hades was set up perfectly for it. So getting that opening frag, playing patiently on Savage. Here on the T side, and they're opting to just go for the frag looks pretty much, as already it's down to 1 man standing. It's Edwin. He's got himself a P2K up on Cat, not going to last too long, and Relic's getting himself 2 on the round. He's looking nice. He's up to 18, 2, and 9.
Yeah, so now we have that rifle round. We got 2 ops, Dust 2 ops, very important. Very easy to secure rounds if you can hit your shots. Fobless and Warpath, so 3 ops. 3 ops on for Perfectionvore. That's nuts. That is nuts.
I think at this point they're trying anything.
Yeah, they literally can't lose this round though. They're gonna be so money screwed.
Oh yeah, they have $550. Oh my goodness, Vati, and just loses his life to Doomore, and already they lose 2 of them. So it's up to the ops. Let's see what the ops can do. Fobless and Warpath. What is going? Oh man.
Doomore looking like Shoxy right now, just running around piecing people.
4K on the round for Doomore. Will he make it the ace? Should we go watch Doomore? He's smoked off. Stuck in CT. He knows where Warpath is at. Has a general idea. Bomb gets planted over at A, so pretty much similar round to what we've seen thus far, as Savage is just brute forcing their way through Perfectionvore. No real playbook to speak of. It's just let's frag our way out of this. As Warpath is going to try to save that up, and that's pretty much going to break P-Vor's economy.
Oh, sorry, Doomore's ace.
He went for it. I mean, he had to, right?
He had 4 headshots on that too.
Savage is just... They're looking like savages right now, for lack of a better word. Warpath able to pick up a couple on the save there. Good. Whoop, here comes one more. Balance! Oh my goodness! No, the backbreaker. They lose that up, and they have very little money to speak of. 13-6. Savage looking dominant.
Yeah, so they'll have one more opportunity to fight before going to match point, which means that they need to win out next round. And Vati already down to 28 health. So we're going to try to kill as many people as possible. The economic game is really important here. They need to actually do work on the economy of... oh, wow.
Kiki. Well, Valen's getting himself a knife frag from low B. He's going to hop up onto the catwalk. Look at the number 9 man. Oh, he's trying to stand his ground against Relics. That does not play out too well for him, as Valen's trying to get entry onto the A site. Doesn't even realize it's completely open, as the only guy left is Warpath. Again, but only a P250 this time. No op to speak of. He's going up against 4 of Savage, and they all have guns.
Not much you can do. But yeah, it's really all about this round right here. Obviously, I mean, anybody can see that 14-6 means that you have to win this round. Otherwise, you're going to have to fight for the tie. But not only that, their money is going to be so hurt after this round that they will likely not be able to tie, regardless. So this is why it's about to end here for P4 if they don't win it.
Yeah, their hopes and dreams for Season 5 Pro Division rest on this round. Perfectionvore backs against the wall, looking to force a tiebreaker here on Savage's map pick after losing their own. Smokes in mid. Moving up, Cat is Savage. Enforce. Oh, and look at that shot from Edwin. Gets 2 for 1. Beautiful. My goodness, and Savage, excuse me, is forced to retreat. Obviously, we don't want to mess with Edwin over there. Goodness gracious. Fabless is in good position. He's got an idea that they're close to him as they're kind of stomping around in middle, just waiting for Doomore to walk through, and he takes his life. Nice job. They're going to rotate to the B site. But Warpath is lurking with the op on the back of Platt. There it is! Decapitates Valens with his AWP. So P4 stopping it there.
Yeah, everything they did was really important and very integral towards the future of their rounds. They've shown that they really want to win this game, number 1. Number 2, that they can win a round without losing a player. Number 3, they can win a round on CT side, a rifle round specifically. And also that they can hit double kills too. So
double kill. As Steel said in chat. 14-7, P4 finally stopping the freight train that is Savage here on Dust 2 T side. But open frag going to Relics, catching Edwin. Surprisingly pushed up at Xbox in mid. I'm not sure what he was actually doing there. That was surprising.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of GoTV lag. I guess you got the same thing, and we're seeing looking like another mid to B from Savage, but Warpath is able to eliminate one. There's one more still in sight, but Hades drops down on Fabless. He's going to get the plant. Uncontested with his teammate there, Relics in tow. And meanwhile, the only remaining CTs are Kinky and Bati. Trying to come through middle here. Excuse me, it's all up to Kinky. So to prevent that all... Oh, he gets one headshot. He's got to stop him here if he wants to not have to go into overtime to get to a tiebreaker. Just kind of shooting some bullets to draw out that last man, Hades. And Hades is just playing his textbook. He's kiting the bomb. Oh, wow, he did not see that coming. Puts one in his temple, does Hades. Perfectly played. Kinky goes down. It's 15-7.
Yeah, man, Dream's not completely... Yeah, Dream is a little bit dead right now, but it wouldn't have been that bad. They're on the 15th round now, but they had actually one round in between then. But the issue is that Edwin has a scout, and also they have not proven that they can win a retake, even though they can win a run flawlessly. And just winning, one round is just not good enough, even if it's a rifle. So,
yeah, that was the thing we saw Savage do when they, when people were had of steam. They won a round and then turned it into 2, to 3, to 4, 5 rounds. People hasn't been able to do that. They may stop them for a round, but then it's right back to the same old as already. They've lost 3 of their players. It's up to Fabless, the last man standing, keeping their hopes for Pro Division Season 5 alive. Just kind of spraying through the smokes. They're going to roll into A, and there it is! Savage winning it in 2 maps convincingly on Dust 2, sewing up their spot for CEVO P Season 5. Kudos to Perfectionvore. Nice try. They had a great run in Maine, but just not in the cards. They're going to have to do it again next season.
yeah, so really big deal for Savage. Obviously a sadder story for Perfectionvore, but congratulations to Savage. They got their P spot.